welcome to Man United Talks. This is the Champions League preview. I am pumped. I am excited. I am ready. But we're going out, aren't we? Anyway, before I dive in, before I jump into this head first, if you do enjoy, please drop a like and comment. And if you're new, subscribe, all right? Anyway, I've been told that my mic hasn't been loud enough a couple times. So, hope this isn't too freaky, but it's close. Anyway, let's talk about the club, as we do. You know how we do things. Manchester United is sitting fourth in the Premier League. Not the worst form, not the most amazing form, but it's pretty good. I don't think Jose would have looked that great, but, it's decent. Top performers, in my personal opinion, or personal estimation, are Lukaku, Lindelof, and Andreas. Everyone else has been not bad, but not great. Apart from Ashley Young, he's just been flat out terrible. But De Gea has played pretty well. He just... Southampton, he was beaten by two absolute screamers. And if you want to go through the rest of the team, Fred is definitely, getting back into the swing of things. He just doesn't look comfortable. But, he doesn't look terrible like he did before. He didn't look comfortable at all. Other than that, a lot of our best players are injured, so there's not many other top performers available. Luke Shaw's been average. In my opinion, I just do think... defensively, he's been solid. But going forward, I just think he could offer so much more, and he really hasn't been. And it's frustrating. Marcus Rashford has been magnificent. Although he hasn't scored in the last couple games, he's still been decent. Been a decent player, just making runs in behind, shifting defenses about, and being that tenacious boy that I love to watch. The boy born and bred. He's red. Anyway, that was awkward. And then there's a couple others like Scott McTominay, who, in fairness to him, he's been decent. He's been holding it down. Now, he's gonna play against the likes of Mbappe and Verratti, and it's not fair. Anyway, we'll see how things go. I don't have much else to say on the squad, to be honest. Injuries, obviously, you see them there: Lingard, Mata, Martial, and Alexis. Obviously, there's still Valencia and Darmian, who are also out, but they're not really going to play anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And that's that. So since I've told you about the squad, I'm going to tell you about my starting 11. I'm just going to hop straight into it, not wasting any time. I'm intrigued because we have no wingers, no natural wingers available, apart from Chong, and I don't know if he's going to start. And Pogba's out. I knew that, but it hit me as I was making my 11. It hit me that Pogba is out. It's crazy. As you can see, it kind of looks weird on the screen. I don't know why I pointed to it. But it definitely looks a bit weird. But no Pogba. And it doesn't help. Everyone else is gone. So this is my lineup of choice, my preference. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. This is what I've gone for. It's a solid team, It genuinely is. If we were playing Huddersfield and we put this lineup out, I'd be like, we're going to win 3-1. But I just don't know. This is what I've gone with because I know Ale is optimistic, and he should be as a Manchester United manager, or any manager, to be honest. But I don't know. Maybe Delo will start at right back, and we'll see Chong on the right wing. Because in Chong's Delo's first game for the reserves, he linked up well with Chong, and they had a good thing going. But that obviously hasn't materialized because Chong hasn't got enough first team minutes, and Delo is not going to play for the reserves. There's no reason for him to play now that he's acclimated to the first team. I know Smalling's been playing well. I maybe could have put him as a top performer, but I still want to see a couple more games of him before I give him that praise. But this is what I've gone with. Bailly, Lindelof, it's great. The front three is alright. It's just I'm missing Pogba is big. I'm missing Matic is definitely huge. I think if we had those two, I'd be a bit more confident. But I'm very intrigued to see how Andreas takes on this midfield. I know Fred is solid and, he'll have a role to play. But I really am intrigued to see how Andreas turns out in this midfield. I want to see the best of him. I want to see him really just taking it over because I think he has that ability. He hasn't shown it. He did play good against Southampton. but I haven't seen that ability to take over fully. And I know it's PSG, so it might not be fair. Maybe against the likes of Huddersfield, I'm saying it again, or Newcastle. Um, teams that may come out and try to press us. Just don't know. But I'm intrigued to see what happens. Marcus Rashford on the wing. I know I would have loved to keep the whole 4-4-2 diamond going, but I just don't know who's going to play in that hole, because I have the list here of players that travel, the midfield players that could play in that 10 role. I just don't, you got Angel Gomez, and that's it. That's really, you got Chong as well, and I've got Andreas in the 11. I got McTominay out there. I got Fred. Jimmy Garner is more of a box-to-box holding midfielder type player. Other than that, it's just a bunch of defenders and 3 strikers. Not much central midfield to go around the park. So, I'm very intrigued to see what this lineup's going to be. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And I really am interested to know what anyone's thoughts are going to be, because when I see the lineup tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe it'll be 3 at the back. Maybe it'll be 5 at the back. Maybe it'll be 2 up front, a 4-4-2. I just have no inclination. There's so many players missing that I just don't know what to think. So that's why I've gone with what I've gone with. Anyway, that's the lineup, and I'm gonna talk about PSG now. So yeah, obviously PSG at first. Look at the wins. It's just, I want to respect them. I genuinely want to respect them. But is it not enough that you play in France? No, let's just be realistic here. France isn't an amazing league. They're just not. They're not. And, people talk about Europe's top 5 leagues. They're probably the 5th best league in that top 5. And as if it's not enough to have those great players, or to have the team you have, but to have some of the best players in the world on your team. Thiago Silva. Maybe, he's not the same best defender in the world, or arguably best defender in the world, but he is probably top 20 center backs in the world. Marquinhos is also in the top 20. You got Marco Verratti, who's one of the best playmaking, or I don't know how you would. He's one of the he gets the hockey assist, aka the pass before the pass, or pass before the assist. He is that player. He is that player that will break down the defense and just move the ball about in that way that you just mesmerize you. He's in the top 20 midfielders, maybe 15 in the world at his best. Neymar is a top 10 player in the world. Mbappe came 3rd in the Ballon d'Or votes, the rankings, or whatever you want to call it. Cavani, one of the top 10 strikers in the world. Amazing. Maybe 15. I don't know how you would look at it, but in my opinion, top 10. Di Maria still a very it's just so good. And I'm not trying to be, spiteful, or, I am a bit envious that I'm not. Their league is so easy, and yet they have all the best players in the world. If and when they lose, it's a joke. That shouldn't be a possibility. It shouldn't be a possibility that you have that much quality and you lose. Gianluigi Buffon, although he is 40 years old, I'd still put him in the top 15 goalkeepers in the world. He might crack the top 10. He's still quite good. And that maybe arguably is the weakest part of their team. Or maybe you could look at their fullbacks, but then they got Dani Alves, who just seems to be evergreen. And but anyway, enough talking about how easy it should be for them. So I guess in saying that, I don't expect us to win this game. But, looking at them, looking at the way they came at Old Trafford, they are an explosive team with an explosive forward in Kylian Mbappe. Absolutely rapid. No ifs, ands, or buts. He's probably the fastest player in the world on the ball. I know Aubameyang's rapid. I know Adama Traore, actually. He's disgusting. He's probably the fastest player in the world. But it's not much in that. It's not much in that. Mbappe is rapid, and he's more skillful, and he's just fair play to him. I have respect for him. He is quality, and he will win a Ballon d'Or one day. He's 19 years old, and he's already came third in the Ballon d'Or rankings. That tells you all you need to know. And they play good football. You know, they're quality. And I don't want to go there and get battered. So I'm a bit what's the word? Hesitant to speak on just how they're gonna break us down. And I guess how we should go about it is really up to Ole, because the players we have, you know, you don't have your Matic, you don't have your Pogba, you don't have Lingard, who can run in between the lines, create space. So I guess the best game plan is really just to keep the ball. They didn't really play a high line at Old Trafford, but one thing that did piss me off is Kimpembe got away with murder. Absolutely kicking Marcus Rashford and doing the most. If Pogba's getting sent off, Kimpembe definitely should have been sent off. And that's going to be frustrating. But if we can try to use that to our advantage, is that he's a bit rash. So maybe run at him. Maybe get a penalty. Maybe get him sent off. That is something we can look at. But other than that, you know, they're just solid. And I don't know. Our delivery from wide areas hasn't been spectacular. And now the only player we can probably rely on for that delivery is Delo. Andreas is also good from the wide areas, but he's going to be more central than anything, I assume. Ashley Young at fullback getting wide is going to be a joke. He is just a joke of... Anyway, right? We just move on. It is what it is. That about wraps it up in terms of talking about how we should approach this game, because I genuinely am not 100% sure how we should do it without the players to do it, you know, if that makes sense, if you understand what I mean. Let me know what you guys think, how we should approach it possibly, and what we should go into. Anyway, score prediction for this game. Okay. I'm never, ever going to predict the United loss. And just for the simple fact that I want to go through, I'm going to say 3-1. That's so unrealistic. I mean, if we beat PSG 3-1 at home, I mean, I say this every week, but if that doesn't guarantee Ollie the job, if Ollie makes it through this group phase, even if we win on pens, I don't care. He should have the job anyway. He should have had the job as soon as we broke into the top 4. He should have, the contract should have been on his desk. 30 years, easy, bang. But you know, he's still acting as if he's not 100% sure he's going to get the job. He's still being very professional about it, which is fair play to him. But he deserves the job. So I'm going to say 3-1 just because I want to see us go through. I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet. That's why I've given them a goal. I mean, if this team pulls 3-1, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I mean, I'd lose it. I would absolutely lose it. And that's what I'm going with. Also, I'm not going to be able to do a review because I do have to coach after. Well, I'm probably going to miss the last 10 minutes of the game because I'm making time. But, yeah, I hope we do win. I hope you guys do enjoy. And I'll see you for the Arsenal preview. I'll see you for that. So, thanks for watching. It's been your boy Days from Man United Talks. And I am out of here. Deuces.